Who? The sudden noise startled everyone. At first, they thought someone had jumped off the building, but when they looked carefully, they realized the figure falling from above was now standing silently in the pouring rain, holding a black umbrella, mysterious, eerie, and exuding an invisible pressure. Mr. Dustin! It's dangerous! Run! Lu Chang shouted hoarsely. The Dragon Might Martial Hall had already charged in. If Dustin didn't flee now and instead jumped downstairs, wasn't that asking for death? You the guy they called Dustin? The head of the Martial Hall turned around and glanced at the tall, lean figure, smirking. That's me, Dustin replied calmly. Oh? The Hall Master raised an eyebrow. Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen a brat this arrogant. Mr. Dustin! This man is incredibly powerful. His body is like iron, blades and swords can't harm him. You and I aren't his match. Please go to the Harmon family and call for help. I'll stall him. At that moment, Lu Chang struggled back to his feet, trying to use the last of his strength to buy Dustin some time. Master Lu, I appreciate it. Leave the rest to me. Dustin smiled faintly, clearly moved. Even though Lu Chang was simply following orders, it was rare for someone to be willing to risk their life for him. Mr. Dustin! You don't understand. This man isn't just the head of Dragon Might Martial Hall, he's a martial artist. You're no match for him. You need to escape now. Lu Chang was getting desperate. Dustin might be strong, but he was still just an inner strength fighter. This opponent had already reached the martial artist level, capable of projecting his inner energy externally. His reinforced body could even hold its own against true masters. Against inner strength martial artists, it would be a crushing defeat. Don't worry, Master Lu. I can handle him, Dustin said calmly. Mr. Dustin! Don't be reckless. Lu Chang grew more anxious. As long as the Green Hills remain, there's hope for Firewood. You're still young. With time, you'll surpass him. But right now, your top priority is to stay alive. Hearing that, Dustin couldn't help but smile wryly. Was he really that underestimated? Even true grandmasters didn't scare him, let alone a mere half-step one. No need to argue. Neither of you is getting out alive today. The Hall Master snapped his fingers. Immediately, a swarm of martial disciples charged toward Dustin. Mr. Dustin, run! I'll hold them off. Gritting his teeth, Lu Chang threw himself into the mob to buy time. Even though he was injured, ordinary Martial Hall disciples were no match for him. In a few quick moves, several were downed. But this act only infuriated the Hall Master. You're courting death! With a cold face, the Hall Master suddenly leapt and struck at Lu Chang with his palm. I'll fight you to the end! Unable to dodge, Lu Chang punched back. Bang! With a muffled thud, the moment palm and fist clashed, Lu Chang was sent flying like a sandbag, spitting blood midair. Just as he was about to crash to the ground, a hand reached out and caught him gently. With a light shake, it dispersed all the impact. Master Lu, leave it to me. Dustin supported Lu Chang with one hand, patted his shoulder, then walked straight toward the Hall Master. Wait! Mr. Dustin, I know you're skilled, but you're no match for him. He's terrifying. We can't beat him. While there's still time, please run. Any later, and it'll be too late. Lu Chang shouted anxiously, blood still flowing from his nose and mouth. Don't worry, he can't beat me. Dustin didn't stop. Holding his umbrella in one hand, he kept walking forward. Rain splattered loudly across the umbrella. Haha! Kid! You really should have listened to him. But too bad, now it's too late. The Hall Master grinned viciously, his face full of killing intent. With a stomp, he launched himself like a cannonball, aiming to crush Dustin with his iron-like body. Mr. Dustin! Look out! Behind him, Lu Chang's expression changed drastically. This was a martial artist, a master of external martial arts. To face such an opponent head-on was suicide. He thought Dustin would be killed on the spot. But something unexpected happened. Just as the tank-like Hall Master lunged forward, he was suddenly grabbed by the neck with one hand. Then his massive, muscular body was lifted into the air like a baby chick. His feet kicked frantically, but he couldn't break free. Master Lu, what were you saying just now? Holding the umbrella with his left hand, Dustin clutched the Hall Master with his right, calmly turning his head. The rain was too loud, He hadn't clearly heard Lu Chang's last sentence. Seeing the hall master hanging midair, Lu Chang froze. He slumped to the ground, stunned and horrified. He never could have imagined. The same man who had been so fierce and unstoppable just moments ago was now like a puppet, suspended in the air by Dustin's single hand. The entire time, he hadn't even resisted. And this wasn't just anyone, it was a martial artist. And yet, he was subdued with one hand? That was just insane. Let me go. The Dragon Hall master struggled frantically, his face flushed deep red. At this moment, he wasn't just shocked. What he felt deep down was pure fear. He had always thought that with his hard martial arts training, he could run wild in a small city like Swinton without consequence. But he never expected to run into a true innate level martial artist today, someone in their 20s, already at the innate stage. Such a genius would be outstanding even across the entire South Province. Why would someone like this appear here? Holy crap! This guy's actually that powerful? Even the hall master's no match for him? The disciples of the hall were dumbfounded, eyes wide with disbelief. Some of the more quick-witted ones were already sneaking away. Hall master, looks like your disciples aren't all that reliable, Dustin said with a half-smile. Who are you? The hall master gritted his teeth, veins bulging on his forehead. He tried to break free but couldn't muster even a hint of strength. Who I am doesn't matter. Just go back and tell Edwin Hummer this. Tomorrow, let his daughter, Tina Hummer, come apologize in person. Otherwise, I'll pay a visit myself. As Dustin spoke, he suddenly pointed at the hall master's abdomen. With a muffled thud, the latter spat out a mouthful of fresh blood on the spot. The internal energy in his body collapsed instantly, and his dantian was shattered, his cultivation completely destroyed. You crippled my martial arts? The hall master's eyes widened in disbelief and horror. What, you thought I'd treat you to a meal instead? With a flick of his hand, Dustin sent him flying several meters away. Hall master! The remaining disciples rushed over to help him up. Their faces were filled with grief and rage, but none of them dared to step forward again. I admit defeat today. The mountain doesn't move, but the water flows. We'll leave. Wiping blood from the corner of his mouth, the hall master led his disciples away in embarrassment. Mr. Rhys, you actually defeated the hall master? Lu Chang stared, still in disbelief. I told you, he's no match for me. Dustin smiled faintly, then pulled out a golden crow pill and handed it to Lu Chang. Master Lu, this is a healing medicine I refined myself. Take it and get some sleep, you'll be fine. Thank you, Mr. Rhys. Lu Chang quickly cupped his fists, and without hesitation, swallowed the pill. Soon, a warm current spread from his abdomen, rapidly repairing his damaged body. The churning energy and blood within him quickly calmed. This is amazing medicine! Lu Chang's eyes lit up with joy. Master Lu, you've worked hard tonight. Go home and get some good rest. Dustin smiled. Yes. Lu Chang gave a small bow, then decisively left. With the power Dustin had shown, he no longer needed protection. The night passed quickly. Early the next morning, in a VIP room at East River Hospital. Mom! Something bad has happened. James burst into the room drenched in sweat, his expression panicked. You brat! Why are you yelling so early in the morning? Florence, who had been dozing off, was startled wide awake. A few relatives who stayed overnight to watch over the patient also looked annoyed. It's true, James panted and said. I just got word. Mr. Hummer has issued a ban on the Nicholson family. Most of Swinton's business circle has blacklisted us. What? A ban? Florence froze, unable to believe it. James, this isn't a joke, is it? How can that be? How could I joke about something like this? James pulled a bitter face. Just this morning, Allure Group's stock started plummeting. If this keeps up, in less than 3 days our family will go bankrupt. The entire room exploded in panic. How could this happen? Why would Mr. Hummer suddenly want to ban us? Yeah! We've never offended him. Why would he come after us? Everyone was in chaos, at a complete loss. After all, Edwin Hummer was the top of the 3 powerhouses. With his influence and connections, crushing the Nicholson family would be effortless. James! What exactly happened? We didn't offend Mr. Hummer, did we? Florence was breaking into a cold sweat. It's not us. It's Dustin. James caught his breath. I heard that last night Dustin caused a huge scene at the Hummer family banquet, and even beat up Miss Tina Hummer. That's why the Hummers are retaliating, that cursed jinx. Florence exploded in fury. That damned bastard! He caused the mess and now we have to take the fall? He has no conscience at all. Why? We already cut ties with Dustin. Why is Mr. Hummer still targeting us? This is unfair. Exactly. If Dustin made a mistake, why are we paying for it? Complaining won't help now. We need to find a way to calm Mr. Hummer's anger. Everyone started talking at once, but no one had a solution. The only one who might have a chance, Dahlia Nicholson, was still unconscious. And the rest of them? They didn't even have the qualifications to talk to Mr. Hummer. What's going on? Just then, Matt Laney walked in. Matt! You came just in time! Our Nicholson family is in big trouble. You must help us. Florence looked like she had seen her savior and rushed over. The others also looked at him with hopeful eyes and chimed in. Aunt Florence, I'll help if I can, but first, you need to tell me what happened. Matt tried to calm them. It's all that damned Dustin's fault. Here's what happened. Florence didn't hold back and gave him a brief summary. I see. Matt nodded thoughtfully. So you want to use my relationship with the Hummers to plead on your behalf? That's right. Don't you have ties with Mr. Hummer? If you speak up, he'll definitely show you some respect. Florence pleaded. Aunt Florence, it's not that I don't want to help. But Miss Hummer was seriously injured and is still unconscious. Mr. Hummer is furious. If I go now, I might make things worse. Matt looked hesitant. Matt! If you can help us through this crisis, you'll be our great benefactor. Don't you like Dahlia? Once she wakes up, you two can get engaged right away. Florence suddenly dropped a bombshell. Isn't that a bit too much? I don't want to take advantage of her while she's unconscious. Maybe wait until she wakes up? Matt said cautiously. There's nothing wrong with it. You and Dahlia are a good match. Getting engaged is just a matter of time. As long as we get through this, the two of you will naturally be together, Florence said righteously. Well, all right. I'll do my best. Matt nodded, pretending to struggle with the decision. But deep down, he was overjoyed.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my